Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing great. So in today's class we are going to discuss the early history of the computer. In yesterday's class we have discussed the basics of computer and characteristics of computer and an important topic which is generations of computer. Today also it is an important topic. From this topic also we can expect questions in the examination. So do make quick notes, do concentrate on what I am saying. So if you are new to the channel, do consider subscribing it. Let's not waste any time. Let's start the class. So today we are going to discuss about the history of computer. Again, it is a topic where you have to remember things, so make sure you make notes and revise it daily. So if you are talking about the history of computer, the idea of computer came from the abacus. Abacus, you know it, right? So in school, in some schools there are classes for abacus. You are given a tool to do calculations. So if you don't know, you can just Google it. So it actually has some two decks kind of thing, and there are some small beads on them, and they are used to calculate. They're used for calculations. So the idea of computer came from the abacus. So that's why we are learning about the abacus. So the inventor of abacus is Tim Carner. Abacus actually, it's difficult to attribute a single person as an inventor. However, the world recognizes Tim Carner as an inventor of abacus. Okay, so abacus is not a computer. I'm just making it clear. Only the idea of computer came from the abacus. Abacus, it's not a machine and it's also not a computer. Okay. So in Japan the abacus is called saroban, means counting tray. With the help of abacus we can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and we can only perform these calculations on integer values, not on fractional values. Okay, we can only perform addition, subtraction, multiplication on integer values. So if I talk about the abacus, it actually has two parts. I can say the lower deck is called as the earth, and the upper deck is called as heaven. The heaven part, it has some beats, and in the lower part it has some beats. So the upper parts, which means heaven, the heaven beats, each heaven bead value is 5, and in the lower deck the earth's bead, each earth bead value is 1. Just remember this. We are just learning abacus because the idea of computer came from the abacus. Okay, the inventor of abacus is Tim Carner, and in the Japan the abacus is called saroban, means counting tray. We can only perform addition, subtraction, multiplication on integer values. And coming to the beads, the earth bead, each earth bead value is 1, each heaven bead value is 5. And abacus is first mechanical calculator. It is the first mechanical calculator. So the next one is Napier bones. Napier bone is also a device that is used to calculate. So here we can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division on integer values as well as fraction values. Okay, the inventor of Napier bone is John Napier. In the year 1617 he invented Napier bones, and the number of rods in this Napier bones are 11. there are 11 rods in the Napier bones. And so next one we are going to learn about Pascaline. Pascaline is also called as adding machine, and Blaise Pascal invented this Pascaline in the year 1642, and we can only perform addition and subtraction. So Pascaline is the first machine where we can perform addition and subtraction. These Napier bones and abacus are not machines. This Pascaline is considered as the first machine where we can perform addition and subtraction. So next one is Leibniz wheel. Leibniz wheel, or we can say stepped drum, it is the first machine where we can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We can perform we can find cubes of the numbers and squares of the numbers. So this is the first machine where we can perform all these operations, whereas Pascaline is the first machine where we can perform only addition and subtraction. Okay, am I clear? Pascaline can only do addition and subtraction. It's the first machine which can perform addition and subtraction, whereas Leibniz wheel is the first machine where we can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, cube, square. And the inventor of Leibniz wheel or the stepped drum is Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. Okay, so now we are going to learn about the father of computer. So the father of computer is Charles Babbage, and he is also considered as father of modern computer. Father of computer, father of modern computer, both the same go for Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage is the father of computer or the father of modern computer. He also invented a difference engine in 1822. Okay, in the year 1822 he invented this difference engine. Later in the year 1837 he invented analytical engine. Because of this analytical engine we have made Charles Babbage as the father of computer or father of modern computer. I think I am clear. Because Charles Babbage invented this analytical engine in the year 1837, we are considering Charles Babbage as father of computer or father of modern computer. And there is another lady which is also important. Ada Lovelace is recognized as the world's first computer programmer. She developed a program for Charles Babbage's analytical engine in the year 1840s. In the year 1840s, she did what? She developed a program for the Charles Babbage's analytical engine. That is why we are recognizing her as the world's first computer programmer. So in the examination, if you are getting a question asking who is the world's first computer programmer, your answer will be Ada Lovelace. And another thing is that father of modern computer science is Alan Turing. If in your exam, if there is a question asking who is the father of computer, then your answer should be Charles Babbage. If you have excuse me, if the question is who is the father of modern computer science, then your answer should be Alan Turing. Okay, I think I am clear. So what we are learning? So we are learning about the history of computer. So the idea of computer came from the abacus, and the inventor of abacus is Tim Carner. And in Japan, the abacus is called seroban, means counting tray. And we can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication on integer values using this abacus. In the abacus, there are two types of beads. The lower beads, which is a earth beads. Each earth bead value is 1, and each heaven bead value is 5. Abacus is the first mechanical calculator. And then there is this Napier bones. The inventor of Napier bones is John Napier, and he invented it in the year of 1617. And with the help of Napier bones, we can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and division on integer values as well as fraction values. So now this is the world's first machine where we can perform addition and subtraction, Pascaline, invented by Blaise Pascal in the year 1642. And then this is Leibniz wheel, where we can perform addition, subtraction, division and find cubes, squares of the numbers. And it is considered as the first machine where we can perform all these operations. So invented by whom? Invented by Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. Coming to father of the computer. Father of computer is Charles Babbage, and he is also father of modern computer. If we are talking about father of modern computer science, it is Alan Turing. If not, father of computer or father of modern computer is Charles Babbage. He invented difference engine in the year 1822, and he also invented analytical engine in the year 1837. Because of this analytical engine, we are recognizing Charles Babbage as the father of computer or father of modern computer. And then there is this lady Ada Lovelace. She is recognized as the world's first computer programmer. She developed a program for Charles Babbage's analytical engine in the year 1840s. And this is we discussed. Father of modern computer science is Alan Turing. So now let's discuss about punch cards. In the yesterday's class, we have discussed about this punch card. I told you that punch cards are used as an input device in the first and second generation computers. So Joseph Mary Jacquard gave this idea of punch card. Idea, not the inventor, okay? Inventor of punch card is Hermann Hollerith. Joseph Mary Jacquard gave the idea of the punch card. The inventor was Hermann Hollerith. And as I've told you earlier, punch card was used as an input device in first and second generations. And Hermann Hollerith also invented tabulating machine. Using this machine, back then it was used for US census, okay, to process that data. Hermann Hollerith's tabulating machine was used in the year 1890. Okay, so this man Hermann Hollerith is also very important. He did what? He invented tabulating machine, and he also invented what? He invented punch cards, and he used to have a company. He owns a company 1896. In the year 1896, the company's, I'm sorry for the cooker whistle. So in the year 1896, tabulating machine company, this was Hermann Hollerith's company. So they changed the name to Computing Tabulating Recording Company in the year 1911. Again in 1924, the name changed from this to IBM. IBM, you know, right? International Business Mission. That's why the name Hermann Hollerith is important, because he is somehow related to IBM. Okay, and So what we are discussing? We were discussing punch cards. The idea was given by Joseph Mary Jacquard, and the inventor of punch card is Hermann Hollerith, and the punch cards were used as an input device in the first and second generations. Hermann Hollerith also invented the tabulating machine, and this machine was used by the US Census in the year 1890 to process the data. In 1896, this Hermann Hollerith opened a company, tabulating machine company, and in 1911 the name got changed to Computing Tabulating Recording Company, and again in 1924 the name changed from this to IBM, International Business Mission. The full form of IBM is also important, International Business Missions. So yeah, father of computer, PC doesn't father of PC, PC doesn't mean punch card here. PC is personal computer. So the father of personal computer is E.D. Robert. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about Mark 1. Mark 1, in the yesterday's class, while we are discussing the examples of first generation computer, I have wrote this Mark 1 as an example for the first generation computer. So now in details we are going to learn about Mark 1. So Mark 1 is a computer. It is the first electromechanical computer, not electronic, electromechanical computer. This was invented by Howard Aiken. Invented by whom? Howard Aiken. All these computers, all these names, all these years are very important for your exams. So make clear notes on this. Okay, this Mark 1 has the ability to handle long complex calculations automatically. So this is about Mark 1. Mark 1 is the first electromechanical computer. And now we are going to discuss about the first electronic computer. Mark 1 is first electromechanical computer, whereas first electronic computer is ENIAC. ENIAC stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. The full forms are important, and this ENIAC was considered as first electronic computer before the year 1973. This year over here is not when it was invented, but before 1973 we used to treat ENIAC as the first electronic computer. So in the exam if you see a question where they are asking what is the first electronic computer before the year 1973, you should have to go with the option ENIAC. So ENIAC is the first electronic computer before 1973, invented by John Mauchly and J. Presper Eckert. And there is another electronic computer, ABC, which means Atanasoff Berry computer, invented by John Vincent Atanasoff and Clifford Berry. So this ABC computer is also treated as the first electronic computer after 1973. So after 1973, we are treating ABC Atanasoff Berry computer as the first electronic computer. So in the yesterday's class we have discussed this ENIAC, ADVAC, EDSEC, etc. So these are the full forms of ENIAC. So now we will discuss about ADVAC. ADVAC stands for Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer, and UNIVAC stands for Universal Automatic Computer. These are important, the full forms are important. So make sure you remember these. And then there is this father of computer architecture. Okay, father of computer architecture is John von Neumann. So John von Neumann is famous because he gave the concept of stored program. Okay, he gave the concept of what? He gave the concept of stored program, and he is the father of computer architecture. So let's just do a quick revision. Father of computer is who? Father of computer is Charles Babbage, or father of modern computer is Charles Babbage. If I am talking about the father of modern computer science, then it is Alan Turing. If I am talking about the father of computer architecture, it is John von Neumann. Okay, who is the father of personal computer? It is E.D. Robert. The first computer in which stored program was used is ECGC or Manchester Baby. ECGC stands for Electronic Delay Storage Automatic Calculator. So stored program was the concept of stored program was given by John von Neumann. He is the father of computer architecture, and the first computer in which stored program was used is ECGC or Manchester Baby. ECGC stands for Electronic Delay Storage Automatic Calculator. Okay, now we will have some important points. I just wrote it down. Owner of computer is Bill Gates. Okay, owner of computer is Bill Gates, and the first commercial computer is Z4. First fully automatic digital computer is Z3. First freely programmable computer is Z1. And all these series of Z computers were invented by Konrad Zuse. Okay, Konrad 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 Zuse. He invented these computers. The first commercial computer is Z4. The first fully automatic digital computer is Z3. The first freely programmable computer is Z4. So this is the history of computer. So we discussed about the abacus, Napier bones, and Pascaline, and then we discussed about the Charles Babbage, and then we have discussed about the punch cards, and we know who is the father of first computer, first modern computer, and we know about the first commercial computers, first fully automatic digital computers, first freely programmable computer, and we know about the father of computer architecture, father of personal computers, owner of computer, father of modern computer science. So do revise them. So now we are going to discuss the next topic. So now we are going to learn about the data measurement units. So in computer, it's not like that you're let's say I have these notes. I will not tear this paper and store it in computer, right? I will store it, I will type it. So whatever I'm storing in the computer, it will be stored in the form of bits. Okay, bits. A bit is the smallest unit of data. Important point, bit is what? Bit is the smallest unit of data. Bit is nothing but either 0 or 1. What happens in computer is computer can only understand 0 and 1. It also stores the data in zeros and 1. If I say the computer to store my name, let's say my name is Srujana, I'm telling the computer to store that word Srujana. What it will do, it will convert it into the zeros and one, and it will store. That's why we are learning this data measurements units, as the computer stores the data in the form of zeros and one. So 1 bit is the smallest unit of data, either 0 or 1. So remember this, in computer we will store the data in the form of zeros and 1. Each bit, either that 0 or either that 1, is called as a bit. Nibble is 4 bits. It means 4 bits together, we call it as a nibble. Byte means 8 bits or 2 nibbles. And 1 kilobyte, kilo means 1000, right? So 1 kilobyte is 1024 bytes. Why 1024, not 1000 bytes? So as we know, computer follows the binary system, so everything will be in the form of 2's power. So that's why this 1024 bytes came. You can approximately say it as 1000 bytes. 1 kilobyte is 1024 bytes, or approximately 1000 bytes. 1 megabyte is 1024 kilobytes. 1 gigabyte is 1024 megabytes, or we can say approximately 10 to the power of 9 bytes. 1 megabyte is, we can say, approximately 10 to the power of 6 bytes. So 1 terabyte is 1024 gigabyte. 1 petabyte is 104 terabytes. 1 exabyte. So this is something new, might be something new for you. Exabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte, brontobyte, zeobyte. You need to remember this. 1 after petabyte, the next largest is exabyte, which means 1024 petabytes. 1 zettabyte is what? 1024 exabyte. 1 yottabyte is 1024 zettabyte. 1 brontobyte is 1024 yottabyte. 1 zeobyte is 1024 brontobyte. So this is the smallest bit, is the smallest unit. This is the next highest, this is the next highest, next highest, next highest, and this is the highest. The next also, there are some more data measurement units, but till this zeobyte it is enough for you for your exams. Okay, I hope I am clear. So today we learned about the history of computer and some important data measurement units. We learned that the bit is the smallest unit, right? We learned about nibble, byte, kilobyte, mega, giga, tera, peta, exa, zetta, yotta, bronto, zeop. Just remember this, make a note of it. If you read it daily, you can easily remember this. So in the next class we are going to I think in the next class we are going to discuss components of computer, and then we will see what all topics we have to learn. So this is all for today's lecture. I hope you are enjoying the classes. So please do provide the feedback in the comment section, and I'm very eager to see what you guys are feeling about this classes. So if there is any suggestions, please do give them, and yeah, if you're new to the channel, do subscribe it. This is all for today's class, history of computer and the data measurement units. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. All the very best for your examinations.